Yeah, just a few more thoughts. As far as Nevada goes, I was looking at the election results for Nevada, and despite looking at the map of the United States and seeing the majority voting for Trump, well, what state was it that voted for Hillary? Nevada. A state that used to be a conservative or red state, however you want to call it, which, by the way, I don't know what kind of idiot came up with the name red state for conservatives, because red has always been the color of communism. Red flags with hammers and sickles on them. Red t-shirts with Che Guevara, the psychopath that volunteered to kill all unarmed prisoners. So forth and so on. The red scarves across their faces when they're looting and burning and fighting the police and all the rest of it. But anyway, moving on. Nevada voted for Hillary. And when they checked the John Podesta emails, they found out, no surprise here, but it was a concerted effort by the radical left wing to flood conservative states with all these illegal aliens and so-called refugees, to do just that, to dilute and destroy conservative states. So Nevada has been flooded with illegal aliens. They are absolutely everywhere. You walk through Walmart or whatever, and all you hear is them cackling away in Spanish. And I remember a time in this country decades ago when you barely saw illegal aliens. If you did, they would never look you in the eye. They'd look down at the ground. They'd look away from you, and that was that. And even to this day, you hear the communists saying, oh, we need to bring these people out of the shadows. Out of the shadows? What are you talking about? They're all over the place. They're being interviewed on the 6 o'clock news with their language translators. They are absolutely everywhere. This absolute lie. They're appearing on stages with presidential candidates. They're appearing with the president himself. But they're living in the shadows, is what the communist left has said for decades. The hell that they are. You have little illegal alien running up to the Pope despite an army of security. How could this happen? Running up to the Pope with a letter. Oh, please, Mr. Popey guy, don't have our families deported back to our countries after burglarizing our way into the United States. After burglarizing our way all across the European continent. Living in the shadows, my rear end. But anyway, with Nevada, if you look at the electoral results for Nevada, the whole state is red for Trump, except 2 counties. And if you know Nevada, I probably don't even need to name them to you. That would be Washoe County, which is Reno, and of course, Clark County, which is Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit because they were keeping the polling stations open in quote-unquote heavily Latino neighborhoods in violation of the law. There's videos up on YouTube where some person caught these communists coming over with clipboards with F.U. Trump to sign up people to vote Democrat, okay? And then when he followed this witch to her car, where was she from? Yep, communist California. And I know I saw one person post in the comments below the actual Nevada law that says that is forbidden. You can't do that. But anyway, they do it. Why is it they do it? Because nothing ever happens to them. So anyway, the communist Chinese have bought up Las Vegas. out the wazoo. They are, as we're speaking, they're now building Chinese-only casinos. Well, isn't that special? And like I've always said, don't get so fixated with everything being Latino, because they have illegal alien birthing centers in Las Vegas and Los Angeles and New York City for years. Okay, so they get a free pass. All these other illegals pouring in from Asia and all over the rest of the world, of course, too. So now they have changed Nevada into basically California East. Because what else did they vote on? Well, they voted to legalize marijuana. Well, isn't that special? We're going to have druggies and drug addicts all over the place. We're going to have drugged drivers crashing all over the place. House fires because of stealing electricity illegally, home invasion robberies, all that stuff that goes along with drugs. And how do I know that? Because I've lived through it. Oh yeah. But this time they can't be arrested because now it's legal. What else did Nevada vote for? Well, they voted for Michael Bloomberg's gun control. Yeah, background checks, as they say. Right. Now, Nevada hasn't needed that for, 150 years. But because of Bloomberg from New York, right, now we got it rammed down our throats. Now it's a law. By the way, I saw one person getting interviewed, some guy that owns, whatever it is, a hotel chain or something like that. I forget his name. But he was saying, stoners will love to hear this, that now when you go to do your background checks, it's going to be written into law that you're signing under penalty or perjury of law that you do not use marijuana. Because if you do, you're arrestable. Also, this person said that possession of testosterone without a prescription, now you're arrestable if you try to go through a background check, so forth and so on. So they also voted for that, the Bloomberg gun bans, and so forth and so on. California East, isn't that just great? Drugs, gun bans, so forth and so on. But anyway, oh boy, like I was saying in the last video, kind of wondering how things are going to go. There's the other thing they voted for in Nevada, is to the female version of Harry Reid. We're hoping to get rid of her and, having the Republican representative, even though I think he's a little bit of a rhino. But anyway, Brigadier General Heck went down to defeat, and now Nevada has the female version of Harry Reid. Isn't that special? But like I was saying on the last video, we'll see how it goes for Trump, because the global communist left are not going to go quietly, and hopefully nothing happens to Mr. Trump all through his term in office, because we saw what happened to John F. Kennedy, who, by the way, in my opinion, when Kennedy died, that's when the real Democratic Party died. That's when it died. See the difference? Okay? President Kennedy, a Democrat, he wasn't only a member of the National Rifle Association. He was a life member of the NRA. See the difference? After his death, Bobby Kennedy tried to run. Now, I've only seen this once. A video where Bobby Kennedy says, oh, no, we don't want welfare. We don't want them to start welfare in this country because it's going to destroy the country. What happened to Bobby next? Yep, exactly. So hopefully everything's going to be okay there. The radical left loves to cause a ruckus before they leave office. Okay? They did it. That bitch in Argentina did it, signing all sorts of executive orders. Same with that bona fide certified communist violent revolutionary in Brazil. Same thing, all sorts of executive orders trying to trash the place and make it as difficult as possible for the new incoming administration. So get ready for that. I've already seen news articles that says that Obama plans to do exactly that, a whole slew of executive orders. So he's got this mess waiting for him when Trump finally gets in. Okay, one of the ones, I'm sure all the druggies will be loving this, but I predict that Obama will probably legalize weed on the federal level, which is 10 times more powerful than it was in the 1960s, and doubling the amount of children going to the ER room because they're eating gummy bears and Rice Krispie treats and all this other jazz. But anyway, I think Obama's that'll be one of the things, because it's still illegal on the federal level, despite what the cheerleaders say, for where they want drugs. And of course, once they legalize all this, it's all gonna be rainbows and lollipops. Really? Is that how it turns out? Okay.